URC rugby was that arguably your toughest loss or worst performance in terms of that?
Unquestionably. We lost. I think we lost in URC 1 37-19 to the Lions here, but we were actually dominant. You know what I mean? In terms of possession, we just wasted. That was. Listen, firstly, the Ospreys, we knew they had fight. They'd done some remarkable stuff this season with a small squad, with all the Welsh issues. So, firstly, credit to them. We knew they'd fight. But in terms of our performance, just the losers, I'm really sorry about that. Can only apologise.
Robert, do you think that possibly the guys will have to temper their, playing too much rugby in the 22, maybe?
In our 22?
Yes. Yeah.
Steve, yes is the short answer. More is, we want to be this thing of who we are and the Stormers and this, but that was taking it to an extreme. I mean, we spoke about it before the game, spoke about it at half time. We got two tight forwards passing each other on our own try line. In the first half, we were loose as could be. And it's a concern, it's frustration. I mean, I think we coughed up 16 balls today. I mean,
that cross kick at the end of the first half, that was probably also necessary.
That were.
How do you find that line though, Dobbo, between being the kind of fearless, the line between fearless and reckless?
I think the key thing for us is to first go forward down the sort of middle of the field. And I thought that was what we went wrong today. So I'm not like going forward, even after half time, down the middle of the field, on the halfway line, it's chicken wing onto the ground, and our message couldn't be clearer. Dent them first, run direct hard lines, and then we'll open up the sides. We've got magic first receivers, whether it's Damien, Warwick, or Marnie. So that was we're proud of who we are, but that was too loose. It was too loose. Really good. I'm very sorry. I really am.
No, is it? I know it wasn't wet today, but it was cold. It was like it felt like we were in Wales. Is it harder to sort of play like that kind of rugby in those conditions where it's wet and like the guys were slipping? It's just like I know we've got a new field and it's not like the final of the URC like last year, but it just felt at times that
it's starting to feel like a little bit. 7 o'clock kickoffs going to Cape Winter. It's not really, and we've got next week again. Not really suiting our style. But given the context and how poorly we played and how well Ospreys were, that's pretty low down the list of reasons. But it did feel like that. Very much like it feels like you're in a Northern Hemisphere program.
Well, not just to hammer on what went wrong, but certain combinations work. But as you said, it was just the flick here or that there. But the combinations work. That's what you wanted to see. Stefan's performance is...
he was Stefan. Steph was what we wanted. And he looked sharp. Also it's tough, at this stage I made all those changes for this week. Maybe I made a mistake. Because you go and ask a Gary Porter or an Andre or somebody like that to go and they haven't played for 6 or 7 weeks, had I stuck to maybe the team would completely date La Rochelle. I know we had injuries, but maybe it wouldn't have. But then we'll get in trouble later on in the tournament. And that's the thing, we've got to be good enough to beat the Ospreys at home, even if we make 10 changes, and that's the part of the project here. And that's probably what's a bit of a wake-up call for us tonight,
And in the middle of maybe a change of mindset, playing against Irish teams and then going to Scottish and Wales teams, then sort of
a change of mindset between which teams?
If you play against Irish teams, there's a change of mindset, and if you play Scottish and Wales teams, there's sort of...
Like the Irish, if you talk about next week, the Irish, the way they keep the ball, we had instantly back from what happened today, the Irish, but these sort of quite resemble them to quite a fair degree, It's very much like a Munster-like performance, They're playing well, those double pulls, they're into the contestable. It felt very much like a Munster game last year, and they got the same outcome. Very much similar to the final and to that Munster League game, unfortunately. But I mean, the truth is, if we, as well as Ospreys played, I think what happens is, those first 20 minutes, I know they scored first, we get feel like there are holes everywhere, and then we get seduced by it, and we just go on this vortex. And then as we go on the vortex, we feel more and more pressure, and then Yeah. But,
And when that happens, they sort of get emboldened as well, and their defence seems to just get better and better, and all sort of like
yeah,
and do something.
with them running on in the second half, they were up for it. Second half, they got a territory on the left hand side. It's right. They get confidence, and then we start forcing more instead of just being really patient. And when they scored to get 24, what was it, 24-14 or whatever, there was still 17 minutes. I mean, I still thought we were winning this game. And we just, you know, for some reason our style of rugby changes and we force it. Tough. Listen, I can tell you, we give them credit. We didn't move them in the scrum, except one scrum at the end. Couldn't move them in the maul. Well done, man.
Just on the positives at least, if you look at individuals played really, like we have Evan Verroes, Suleiman, look at Galant as well. Those guys really played well. I know they played individuals, but those are some positives at least. Those players coming, you know, their form.
Struggle for positiveness, but yeah, but you're right. Those guys were good.
France, just from your side, how frustrating was that, you know, being out there, what went wrong?
Yeah, I think Dobbo covered it, and it's obviously very frustrating. Like you said, where's the middle between taking the chances? In the past, it's worked out for us so well, but I think there's fundamentals in place that gives us license to play the offload or not, or to keep the ball or whatever. And that was not our plan. Obviously, very frustrating, and you know, we must take full ownership of that performance and look at ourselves and come back stronger.
France, just in terms of the playoffs, you know, we spoke about the lock points yesterday. Do you think home playoffs realistically still in your reach, or is it now more about making the playoffs?
Obviously, it's very tight, as we said yesterday. I think it is realistically still an option. But, you know, then I haven't seen the log now, but, you know, it's going to be very tight.
Coach. Just on Leinster, obviously they took a beating today, but it's probably safe to assume, you know, they will make changes again and probably be stronger for the game against you guys. Is that what you anticipate for them to put out a stronger team?
No, I don't think, I'm sure it's on Leinster style to fly people out. But, you know, what's it, 3 o'clock at Ellis Park, and they're hiding like that. Versus 7 o'clock here. With their pride they've got, it's going to be a much tougher game than it was at Ellis Park. It'll be possibly a tougher game than we had tonight, you know. We'll be much better next week. We'll go back to, we'll be much better, but it's going to be much tougher. Then so I mean, it's close to, I'll probably get this wrong, but I think it's close to 1,000 cap sort of second team, you know, and it's a 7 big difference. And their pride, they're just a very proud team, so we're under pressure now, under real pressure.
Coach, we haven't seen a lot of losses here at the stadium over the last couple of years. How important is it that this place remains a fortress for the home side?
Yeah, I think losing to Ospreys at home is as bad as it gets in terms of that, is the truth. So credit to Ospreys the way they fight, and but no, that's what we're about. You know, our losses have been the 2 Munsters, the one final since in the last 2 years, and La Rochelle, which nobody would begrudge, you know, to die. No, very bad.
Any final questions, guys?
Any?
Good.